Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Thought I'd reduce the prelude a little. Guild Wars 2. Right over there. Key farm, and I bought a little package with some choosey boxes, and I'll open those up later on, and then we'll get to the real star of the show. 5 unlocked dies. 5 random die unlocks. And I spent like 300 gold to buy up a bunch of the cheaper ones that I didn't have. And so I'm going to end up having like 4 or 5 dies left that I don't have that are available from the die unlocks. There's been like one more die set since then, I think. So anyway, we're going to go with random. Mod 5 roll on the D20, and it is a 4. That is Asura. Asura. Males are even. Odds are female. It's male. Last time I did this, we got Ranger. Let's see what we get this time. Mod 9. It is a 1. We get a Guardian. Never played a Guardian before. Whoop. Never played an Asura Guardian before. Whoop. Never played a male Asura Guardian before. Whoop. It's my longest played character. Most played. We will randomize our appearance, however. Oh, that's quite the hairdo I've got. Have I dyed my ends? Wow, that is about the skeeviest looking Asura I've ever seen. Good work for that. We like them. We like our Asura around here, to be short. 14 will be the Pauldrons. We always go with Ferocity just because it's easy to remember. 9, it will be, in fact, the College of Synergetics. Hope that's not the same as last time. I just can never keep them straight. I'm actually going to check. I'm going to take a moment and check. What do you mean? The word college doesn't end in a 3? Eternal Alchemy. I think we're in clear here. Yeah, I don't think it's the one we had last time. Okay, good. Just don't want to do the same one twice in a row, you know? Where's the die? My first invention was 13. That'll be the Valet Golem. Appropriate. First advisor, the one who taught me almost everything I know, was 6. Zynga. Taught me that the best form of magic is good old-fashioned luck. She likes to say planning ahead is for ninnies who think they can predict every possible outcome. The future is mutable. Go with the flow. I think I had her last time, but we'll go with her anyway. Let's see. Last one was lens lock and load. Lens the skeevy, because he just looks like a weasel. Somewhat literally.
I am Asura. I personified genius.
Oh, I thought we were talking about my character, not me. Skip. We will open our mail. And we'll increase our hit points from 375 to 395. And we are here. We'll take our daily login for goodies. Hi, Rob, who is called Rob. And we're off on another adventure. It appears that I actually have to talk to Rob. I did talk to him. I ran up to him. I hit F, but that was not sufficient. Apparently. Good evening to whomever has joined me. Hi. Hey, how you doing? All right, Rob. Is it Rob?
You there. Get over here.
There, now. There's Gezi. Not to be confused with Gazzy, who is a PoE streamer, at least for the most part. I believe Gazzy is mostly a minion mancer, unless I'm misremembering. Whee! I've done his builds a few times because I myself am a minion enjoyer. Lone Star Wolf. Looks like I'm the first one in here. So the probable highlights of the evening will be I have 3 choosey boxes and 5 random die unlocks waiting for me. Once we finish this up, we'll do that. We have the outfits, a cape, and a weapon skin. And then I spent a bunch of gold to buy all of the readily affordable dies, so the only ones that I can get from the unlock are really expensive ones. And it occurred to me, you know, I could do a lot worse than spending some gold to get some cool die unlocks. Especially if it means I get 5 more cooler die unlocks. It's just math, guys. Anyone come in and join me? That's unusual. Most of the time when I pop in on a Monday at this time to do a key farm, there's usually 3 of us in here.
Looks like the gift of honor has arrived. Let's take it down.
Indeed. Let's take it down. Take it out. Dodged his slam. Dodged his first slam. Okay. Not his second or third.
You're looking a little wobbly, dear. Did that scramble your brain mix?
Oh, okay. The second one didn't knock me back, and I thought I was shielded behind the pillar there, but apparently not for the double smash. And we've got it. It makes such a sad noise when it deactivates. Whoa. My impersonation of a giant golem realizing its own mortality. I have a better mace. Mind you, I have very, very rarely ever actually used a mace on my guardians. Oh, sure. Well,
Welcome to Metrica Province.
Thank you.
Find pride.
You're too kind. If anything defines the culture and ethos of the Asura, it's that they're too kind. Another player there. Oh, that one has not recycled yet. So it's going to be a relatively low energy stream tonight. Particular reason. Just cuz. Oh, Hopletta. She ninja'd that chest that I was going to ninja from her. Pretty sure that's cheating.
Power core unstable. Explosion.
Beep-a-dee-beep-a-dee.
3, 2, 1. This has been a test of the Golem evacuation.
Oh, haywire golems. Pretty much they're always haywire, really. And a haywire golem with a side order of bacon.
Functioning. Power core unstable. Explosion in 5, 4.
Fine. We'll move to another map. Feels like ArenaNet busted that mechanic. No, it's lens. Lens. I'm a lens that magnifies things. I actually had a blog. Magnifying lens on MMOs. Did that for, I don't know, 5 or 6 months, something like that. Too much like work. I am doing a key farm. Create a new character, level them up to 10, do the first chapter of the storyline, get a key. Use the key, open a lockbox. I find it a very comfortable, low impact way of playing the game, having a little fun, and being able to not stress, chat with chat. And I've done it. I'm going to guess 150, 200 times on stream. I used to do it on Mondays pretty much every week. It's not that unusual for the old-timey players to do it. The key will open a lockbox. The lockbox is, otherwise you have to buy the keys. Although that's not completely true. I believe in my 5,000 plus hours, I believe I have had 2 of them as drops. New York is suing Valve over loot boxes, specifically doing so regarding, I believe, the CSGO lockboxes, which are generally seen as basically just gambling. The lockboxes here, especially one of the things they have done is they have recently posted all of the odds for the lockboxes in this game. They posted more or less the odds a couple of years ago, but now they have the absolute odds posted. Yeah, the Black Lion boxes, exactly. You get them for map completion. Yes, you do. And I have done a lot of map completions. It's that map completions is how I generally level up new characters. is by picking a map and then just doing a map completion on that map, and so on and so forth is how I level up my additional characters.
Your road to greatness starts by joining the Inquisition. Do you agree?
Are we not done yet? Oh, we are done. Why did I not realize I was done? Probably because you're dumb. Huh? You can also get one of those keys once a week for leveling up a character to 10 doing the first chapter of the storyline. If you want to be as efficient as possible about it, you want to choose the human commoner origin for your character, as that is the fastest leveling to level 10 and storyline that you can do. Now, some people will use their level up tokens they have from birthday presents, or they'll use level up books to go straight to level 10. But I kind of enjoy the entire process of doing a key farm. Hey, Vorp. So for me, it's a nice, mellow sort of start to my week of streaming, assuming you assume Monday is the start of the streaming week. Are these guys invulnerable? They are. Stupid Inquest. Yep, once a week. You used to be able to do it as much as you wanted, but there were some people who were, as you would expect, basically just chain running them. Come on, we both know you're going to be vulnerable in a minute. And there's going to be an event. Need to start doing key farms to use up all those level up books. Yeah, that's one thing you can do with them, is use them there. They are also usable on a cap level character if you need spirit shards. But anyone who's been around a long time probably doesn't need the spirit shards. Oh my god, they're killing all of the things that I need to kill. Now I'm killing all the things they needed to kill. Ha ha! Turnabout is fair play. Although we can all agree that killing the Inquest is a win for everybody involved. Alright, there's the heart complete. Yeah, if you use the level up books, and again, if you're going with the fastest of the leveling or of the storylines, the commoner human is the fastest. You can get it done in probably 20 minutes if you bustle. Let's sell my... Where is he? Where is he? There he is. We'll sell my crop. Gloop and bloop. When it comes to the Asura, even the good guys are at best a mixed bag. The Inquest are just bad. The rest of them just aren't significantly better. How can I help? Let me add it. Okay, I now have a temporary pet golem. Yeah. Even the best of them are, well, as a species, they are by our human standards sociopaths, cruel, possibly psychopaths. Certainly the Inquest are. Yep, narcissists. There are There are occasional displays, though. For instance, there are the two kids who are doing your mama jokes. The two young Asura, the two progeny doing your mama jokes at each other. Your mama thinks that a golem answer is the response to a golem question. That kind of thing. But at the end, they go, I was just kidding. Your mom's really smart. Yeah, yours too. So, I mean, they're not completely inherently that way. They, as a culture, choose to be that way. Which is an interesting, I don't want to say flex, but the writers for the starter area definitely have the most fun. Oh, yeah. Well, it's like writing for Star Wars The Old Republic. It's obvious that the guys writing the Sith storylines had good times, and the people writing for the Imperial, or I mean the Republic storyline did not have anywhere near as good a time. Bad guys are more fun to write. Not to put too fine a point on it. For anyone who never played Star Wars The Old Republic, new dice. Oh my God, the new die system, Vorp, you're not going to believe how terrible it is. The wardrobe system is god-awful. It's just absolutely terrible. All right, I think we have to go to dies. No, not to dies. It's just so bad. We have to go to fashion, wardrobe, and then I think click on something to randomize the dies. Randomize dies. There we go. What made them decide to fuck it up? Actually, a good feature that they have just bungled. I will show you the good feature. Here is the good feature. If you go to wardrobe and you right click on your current wardrobe tab, you can copy the wardrobe template. I will show you the wardrobe template. I need to move my head. Oh, wrong thing. I need to move my head. Why are you not moving my head? Why is my head not moving? There we are. Okay. I will now paste it. You'll note it's this big long chain of what, letters and numbers, or just letters, capital letters? I'm not sure. But when I hit return, actually, let me do that again. Yeah, it's a lot of capital letters, looks like. This way I won't drop it on anyone else who's in the neighborhood. Oh, why are they the way they are? All right, there. I've chosen a guild. Now can you shut up and let me do my thing? All right. So there's the thing. I hit return. You'll note it now says wardrobe template. And if you mouse over the template and inspect it, you can look at other people's stuff. You can link it to other people. Exactly. You can share appearances. It's a really nice system. Really elegant, excellent implementation. Everything on this page for fashion is a piece of shit implementation. It's terrible. It's god awful. And it's so bad. They announced it. They announced it was coming. People were really excited. They had a blog about it a couple of days before. The reaction was universally negative. And so they have a FAQ for it 2 days later. And a couple of days after that, they announced all of these changes they're going to be making over the next 3 months to try and fix it. So my problem isn't that this is terrible, although it's terrible, and that is a problem. My problem is they sat down at a table and everyone went, ship it. That's the mistake. Not that they have a bad system implemented. It's that they chose to ship it in this state. It's dreadful. The core mechanic is terrific. The way I've had it explained, someone explained it to Wooden Potatoes this way, is these templates basically allow you to stamp an appearance on whatever you're actually wearing. To just, regardless of what you're actually wearing. Hey, I want to change into my Halloween outfit. If you've saved in Halloween outfit, boom, change like that. And for that, it'll work fine. The problem is, and their solution is, they're going to be adding another tab in front of this one that just says current. And that will fix almost all of the problems. It's still a clumsy, bad implementation, but that will fix the worst of the problems. I didn't used to hate the AI. They changed it and made it require, I think it was like even the most basic function you could do before is going to take 3 times as many clicks. And a lot of people are saying it's because they're monetizing it. Also, they are going to be putting in more things. Right now, you've got your tools in. They're going to have mounts in and gliders and stuff. You're all going to have all of those, be able to assign all of those to a wardrobe tab. And that will provide more functions. But this part of it is just dreadful. This has been my TED Talk. Yeah, this time, though, it wasn't just me. And when I say universal, everyone hated. Wooden Potatoes couldn't figure out how to do simple things. And I will note, neither could I. And it's not like between Wooden Potatoes and I, we don't have a lot of years at this. I'll take a yellow key card. I may have chosen poorly. There's a yellow, finally. Taja, a streamer I enjoy. And her stream title that evening was Revert the Changes Immediately. You just can't do the simple stuff you could do easily before. You either can't do it at all, or you certainly can't do it easily. Do we have any more yellow that I can get to in time? Can I get there in time? Not quite, no. Like I said, the core tech they did, where the templating is in that series of characters, is beautiful design. It's great. It's terrific. It's really well done. Provides useful functions and thumbs up. And will this be a lot better? It will definitely be a lot better when they add additional stuff to it. But the user interface on that page is dreadful. A simple function before would be I would swap a new piece of clothing in, right? And it doesn't appear on your template. So you change your template to represent what you're currently using so that you can re-dye it. Takes a transmigration, takes a charge, a transmog charge. Some things take less charges, but other things take more. Now, I've got plenty of charges. It's not a problem for me. But someone who doesn't have 1,500 goddamn things, yeah, it's a problem for them. Yeah, if you've been here for the last couple of months or whatever, I'm back on about the wardrobe again. All right, heart complete. Level up. It doesn't describe itself well, and it doesn't replicate functions we had previously well. And that's what upset people. Previously, if I got a new item of attire, I would slap it on. I'd hit randomized dyes. All of my gear would be randomized with the same set of dyes. I would immediately look, maybe not cool, but I would look color coordinated. Can't do that anymore. Now it requires multiple clicks to try and get the same functionality. It's a crazed Hylic. They win, you die. Well, okay. I mean, I wasn't trying to, actually kill you, but hero point. No, exterminate is not the thing I want to hear when I show one of the inquest. I want to be called a script-brained idiot, please. What am I? Thank you. I don't think that was too much to ask for. No, if the inquest is going to insult me, I want them to use my preferred term of abuse. Script-brained idiot. You equip, go to wardrobe, click to get equipped fashion, then die, then apply to equipment. Yeah, it's... Hopefully that the new change, when they're going to add the current tab, hopefully that will fix the issue. Or at least most of the issues. Kind of the problem, though, is that these tabs are not fixing a problem we had. And the use case for them, for me, seems to be really, really small. The ability to quickly change between entire sets of visuals is not something I use. I'm sure there are a lot of people, particularly like in the roleplay community and stuff, for whom that will matter. But I don't think they liked it either. Hadn't played in a few years, and that whole screen was like flashbang to your eye. Yeah, a lot. That's the problem. Is it didn't seem like it followed the standard UI we'd all grown to know, and I don't know if you want to say love, but at least know. We have a great sword. Oh, we'll stick with the great sword for now. God, my character's ugly. Holy crap. But that's what random will do for you. Random's going to be random, and my character is randomly but ugly. You apply whatever equipment you have to skin other gear for 0 transmute charges. I did not see that as something that had happened. If I wanted to change my current equipment in my wardrobe tab to something I just picked up so that I can re-dye it, that takes a charge. Or at least it seemed like it was to me. Maybe I missaw. We'll find out soon. I'll pick up another item of attire and we'll see. What I had to do my standard thing of equip new item, randomly dye.
The marsh north of Sorendrod.
Did take a charge. Again, I've got 1,500. I'm not worried about my charges. At least not yet. When I finish up the key farm here, I actually bought some gems. Not that that's news. I've bought a lot of gems. And I bought the cosmetic pack for 800 that has the choosey boxes for outfit, cape, and weapon skins, and 5 random dye unlocks. And then I spent a couple hundred gold on dye unlocks for dyes to make sure that I can get really good dyes for my dye unlocks. I have spent gold in game on worse things. I have decided today I will live up to my obligations, and today you will get Scrit IQ Test Theater by Lens. Why are you looking at me? Don't have shinies for you. I've got to test your intelligence. Tests? Hate tests. Okay, fine. How many are in a dozen? How many what? Guess not. When red and blue are combined, what color do they make? Don't know. All right then, explain to me what you do know, just everything you know. Everything. I answer right. You give me treat? Good deal. Do you know what this is called? What are you talking about? This right here, you're looking at it. Floppy ears lies. Nothing is there. This right here is called an air molecule. There's no... Next up. What do you want? What? I believe you are masking your true intelligence. I shall expose your deception. Huh? What? Expose what? I intend to discredit your contrived mendacity through my verbal dexterity. Ouch! My head! Stop the head hurdy talk! Your subterfuge of incognizance will erode under my fulgent dupery. Thank you. It's a little work, but sometimes I feel up to it. What? Very busy. Busy standing. Let's test your intelligence quotient. Say I want to find the square root of 36. Want to find roots? Dirty sticks. They're done. How do I know you're not feigning imbecility to invalidate my data? No. You seen my fingers? Think. What was the last place I remember seeing them? Nose? No, not there. You truly believe you've misplaced your phalanges. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Funny word. Phalanges. Phalanges. Funny. Phalanges. Okay, I see no reason not to move on with these questions about metaphysics then. You look smart. Oh, no more smarts. When combined, what does molten steel and pyroclastic material become? Pipoclass, papicrassus, food? Yes? No. Okay, this one's easier. What temperature does rock liquefy? At temperature very, very hot. No, this is stupid. We should just freeze dry scrit and sell them to char as snacks. No, scrit not cat food. No more questions. Why? Did questions yesterday. Because we have to monitor you lab scripts. Now, question number 1. So, yes, more questions or no more questions? Did you not hear me say now, question number 1? So, is that first question or no questions? Yes, questions? Very confusing. That was merely my reprising of the prelude to the first question, which is no questions, yes questions, no questions, yes questions, no... Oops, nap time. As an old man, I identify. I help you. You want to talk? I'm here to analyze your cognitive abilities. What? What do you want? I am assessing your capacity for sophisticated communication with other species. No, hurts my ears. Use littler words. Very well. To what extent are you able to infer my meaning? Those were smaller words. Why are you here? Stinky feet, go home. Tell me, you pan-cretin, what drives the eternal alchemy? Gibberish. What magical force radiates enigmatic waves? You scare me big, shoo! Okay, an easy one. How many zigoneutrons fit in a magilectron? I'm sensing a trend here. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Scrit IQ Test Theater. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you. I would like to apologize to any Scrit who were offended or hurt by my use of, let's face it, Scrit stereotypes. A whole bunch of Scrit together are smart. Sadly, hard complete. And we've got an event. All right, what did you do to Yerk? Come on, fess up. What did you do to Yerk? He's a slow healer. Alright, we'll res the other ones too. Let's res the golem. Alright, we'll res this one. I'm not sure we actually get any progress on the event by resing, only by murdering. Why are my jumps taking me so far past these guys? That isn't supposed to be what's happening. Another player around here murdering the script as well. I will let him finish the murderation while I move on. Where are we at? Almost level 9. We did not grab the Vista nor the waypoint, which will probably get us there. Indeed. We need another 2/3 of a level, and we'll just get that by flying around, going to points of interest, waypoints, maybe your odd hero point or two. Other players started this one, and we'll help him finish it. Waypoint. Sorry, POI, not a waypoint. Point of interest. Couple more. Waypoint. POI in here, I do believe. POI over yonder. One more, I think, after this. And this POI should do the trick. Touchdown. The crowd goes wild. We head back to Ratasum and Sorandra. Oh, got mail. SNAF prize must be ours. Oh, that's right. It's out here. And the SNAF prize must be ours. So for those of you not paying attention, the SNAF prize must be ours. Coming in for a landing. Stay on target. The SNAF prize awaits.
Finally. to give up our space in the queue. Now the College of Synergetics is behind Dynamics, Statics, and Inquest. With respect, sir, that just means they've saved the best for last.
With respect, sir.
Our interspatial translocator is this year's clear winner. One hopes. Remember, the founder of the event and one of the judges is Soja, a Synergetics alumnus. She'll hold us to a higher standard.
Let's review once more, okay? I'll operate the translocator. I give the judges some batter, explain the translocator's brilliance, and then...
Then you fire it at me. I'm the most familiar with the device and with being teleported, so I'm the least likely to regurgitate breakfast all over the judges' table.
Exactly. You appear in a blinding flash of electrified brilliance. We prove teleportation is possible without a receiving aid, and the snap prize is ours. It's brilliant. I can't wait to see the expression on the judges' faces.
Right now, crewmate Paul, they just look bored. They're waiting for us, so let's get out there and dazzle them.
Snap prize, here we come.
Yes, Theo. Your floating grizz world is very impressive.
The floating grizz world will be recognizable to anyone who played the human character with the always wanted to join the circus storyline, which is pretty great. And I didn't puke on the judges.
Solid work, Park. And this is the second time your assistant has impressed me.
Zoja digs me. Favorite race? I have more humans than anything because the fashion always looks good on them. But I find the most amusing of the races by far to be Asura. Because sometimes they're, the bad guys are always more interesting. And even the good guy Asuras are really dicey.
Kill them all!
Also, they use a lot of obscure words and language, and I always find that delightful.
Unacceptable. That device derived from Inquest research, and I have evidence.
So they're the most fun, I think.
That's a serious allegation. The judges will certainly look into it. But in the meantime, the decision stands. However, in light of Teo's evidence, the inquest may now reclaim its property. After the council fully investigates, credit and blame will be assigned to the deserving parties.
Zoja? Why'd you let that happen? You're in charge of this.
This is an outrage. How could the council credit an inquest loud over a genius like me? We can't even claim the title Snap Savant in circumstances like these. I will not go down in history as the only Snap prize winners with an asterisk by their name. This calls for an incredibly stern letter of protest.
That.
Save your ink, Vark.
Stern
It's
letter
obvious
of
Flax and
protest.
Tail are working together, and I will not let them besmirch Snap's memory.
Zoja's right. The council accepted that protest and gave away our translocator suspiciously fast. I think that whole charade was rehearsed.
Which means it's only a matter of time before they rescind their decision, take away your victory, and award the Snap Prize to the Inquest. I say we even the score. Let's take back your teleporter by force before they take away your right to do it legally.
Translocator. Sounds like a plan to me. I put a tracking device in to avoid a repeat of the sewer incident. That will tell us where to find it.
Count me in. It'll be tough, but I have a stake in this too. And maybe if I help recover the translocator, you'll stop bringing up the sewer incident.
I do want to know more about the
Let's
sewer
get started
incident.
then. You pinpoint their location with a tracking device, and we'll intercept them before they can lock it up in one of their labs. I have a few preparations to make and a few allies to switch on. I'll meet you on the road.
Training. Let's just see. The sword is always good. Very good for leveling and makes a lot of builds later on too. Bow we can't use. Pistol we can technically use. Chess piece. And here's where things get dicey with the wardrobe. Currently it is assuming I have the chainmail chest piece on. Now if I turn this on, I think it looks the same, so it works just fine, but I didn't have gloves before. And now I'm wearing gloves, they don't show up here. So I believe if I click Get Equipped Fashion, okay, that worked. Now we re-dye. Okay, that worked. All right. We exit. Well, we take our level and we exit. So it looks like updating it to show the current equipment functions and no longer costs the charge. Recover my crew translocator. You gotta keep them translocated. Bam, bam, bam. Old guy music reference. Come out and play. Here's the song. And taking credit back. It was you got to keep them separated. Got to keep them separated. Offspring.
Welcome to the ambush party. The inquest column should be along at any moment.
Indeed.
I'm eager to bring the inquest's ears back. Is this a straight smash and grab, or are there hidden subtleties?
Sure, we'll subtly punch their faces, crack their golems, and
A straightforward smash and grab. The implication here is that Asura do a lot of smash and grabbing.
Is there any chance we can do this without resorting to violence? Guys? Guys? Oh well, you can't blame me for hoping.
But alack and alas, things are not going to quite go the way we had hoped. I pick up our translocator and the inquest has ambushed our ambush.
Well, 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 what's this? Patent infringement, perhaps? That is, my patent infringing on your freedom. I knew you petty-minded losers would try to steal the interspatial translocator. That's why I set this trap, which you fell for
Because you're stupid.
How did you get to Councilor Flax? Bribes? Blackmail? Or did you put the fear in him? When we expose this rotten mess, you'll pay for what you've done.
Yeah, and in the meantime, we're gonna kick your behind so hard you'll be wearing it as a hat. Right, Mr. Sparkles?
Affirmative. Prepare to don the behind hat.
Excellent writing.
Yes, yes, very threatening. I'm literally quaking with fear, so badly that I can barely clean up you loose ends by doing this. Okay, subject one. Let's get you into a cage. Subject two. Time to get you all nice and disassembled. On to subject three. Wait, it's stuck.
first time a device malfunctioned worked in our favor. We were probably supposed to end up in a volcano. Or the sewers again.
And I want to know what happened in the sewers. You never tell me.
The Inquis must be out looking for us.
That way? Well, it's just the inquest. See, the spinny sword is just really, really good. Good for leveling, also good later in the game. At least it used to make a lot of endgame builds as well. I'm not sure if it still does or not.
Mr. Spock, is that there?
Time to kill him. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that hurt? Oh, wait. I'm glad it hurt. Oh, Mr. Sparkles!
It'll take some repairs and a lot of metal polish before you live up to that name again.
Welcome back, Mr. Sparkles. I need to know what happened. Where's Zoja?
Insufficient data at this time. Working. There. I have located Zoja's tracking signal. She is in the Inquest's Metrica Province lab.
Also known as the Funhouse.
And I want to give Teo a piece of my mind and all of my fist. Meet me there, Mr. Sparkles, and we'll bust Zoja out. Head back to the lab hall. You'll be safe there. Do some digging and see if you can find anything that will give us an edge.
Finally, a task that doesn't require bruising or being bruised. I'm on it.
He's a good fellow, Paul, but he's not the bravest of us, you know? We have a new aqua breather, new and improved. This chest is identical to the one we already have, compounding our disappointment.
The only proper course.
We don't get new dyes. For those who are new for the key farm, I always re-dye myself every time I get a new item of attire. I always hope for the truly appalling, and yet often it disappoints me. I need more coffee. So I will fly up in the air where people will leave me alone while I'm AFK getting more coffee. Be right back. Oh, I never moved my face back. Be right back. That was the worst one. Not only am I back, but I remembered to turn off the AFK this time. All right, we need to turn the other... No, turn that way. I believe we're off to the fun house. Of course, given that it's the inquest who call it the fun house. Probably not much fun. Where is it? A sparkling rescue.
Social requires rescue. Must break down offending door.
Well, come on, Mr. Sparkles. You could help with the knocking down of the door. You're an enormous golem. No, they were on fire before I even got to them. Things appear to have gone wrong. In an inquest lab. How unlikely. I'm too brilliant to be burned to a crisp. Rapid oxidation seems to not agree. Inquest assassins. Zoja. She didn't want to get her ears wet.
Zoja, are you hurt? We came to rescue you, but judging from the fire and fallen inquest, you handled it well on your own.
Not quite. It took all I had to get this far and hold them off. Thanks, by the way. I did not want to jump off this cliff. I hate getting wet. They've been testing your teleporter on more innocents. When they're done, the subjects are disposed of with a prototype incinerator column. When I busted out, their next victim was behind a force field by the stairs. You probably saw him on the way in.
I did. And it's time to get the inquest to cease and desist. Which means let's go smash us a prototype incinerator golem.
Done and done. You take the lead. Mr. Sparkles and I will watch your back.
Wow. I thought you were the hero, though. Aren't you a member of Destiny's Edge? I have defeated Jade Mex or Inquest 50 of 50. That's a weekly. That's worth 50 points. Nice. If I'd known that was one of the weeklies, I would have made an Asura. Oh, wait, I did. I did make an Asura. I didn't know. It's a prototype incinerator golem. What were the odds? Pretty good, it turns out.
Destroy. Minimal. Error. Engaging last-ditch effort protocol.
Got it. Hi, Zoja. Talk to me.
That's one less mechanism for the inquest to exploit the innocent. Now for the bad news. Bark sold you out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to say anything at first. I hate betrayals even more than getting wet. And I figured, hey, you might get killed and then I wouldn't have to tell you.
Pragmatic as always. But I can't believe that about Vark. I've known him for ages, and he's always been loyal to the crew.
Not this time. Vark is working with the inquest. How else could they have known about our ambush plans? Why else would they kidnap Paul? Sorry, did I neglect to mention that too? They took Paul to keep him quiet and to use as leverage against you. That gives you a tough choice to make. Vark is slippery and Paul's in danger. Go after one, you'll lose the other. So tell me, what's more important to you, revenge or rescue? Whichever you choose, I'm coming with you.
I'm an Asura. Of course, revenge. Vark betrayed the crew and tried to kill us. He has to pay. Doodly doopy doo doo. I'm an Asura. I'm role-playing. Ish. Gloves that I can use that are actually slightly not quite as good. A hammer. Well, if I had a hammer. And pants I can't use.
I was manufactured to the highest standards.
And another level. We like levels around here. Put that away. Drop that there. Come over here. Exit. And now we have to kill our mentor. Which is, think of it like the Sith. Which, since we're talking about the Asura, not entirely, not the same thing. Not the same thing, but not entirely not the same thing. Political homicide.
We need to move fast. The council will be convening soon.
Gain entry to the Arcane Council chambers. We will do so by using the Asura Gate. Mr. Sparkles!
Heavily armed bodyguards are teleporting in as we speak.
Well done, Vark. The military ramifications of your teleporter intrigue me. I'd say that open seat on the council is as good as yours.
Except the device's origins have been contested. The inquest also
Hiya.
has proprietary ownership.
That's her name. She's Counselor
How do you
Haya.
respond?
A misunderstanding, Counselor. My assistants overstated their input on the project. The inquest and I have already resolved the issue amicably. By selling out your crew, Paul and I built that teleporter, and you served us up to the inquest like delicious pudding.
Pudding.
On the council.
Bread pudding. Ooh, bread pudding.
Never mind. Look out! My former subordinate is disgruntled and deranged. We're all in great danger. Inquest! Defend the council!
Go on, call your friends. We're on, Mr. Sparkles. Let's shove that council seat right down Vark's throat.
I'm thinking up his throat, the long way. Oh, who doesn't enjoy murdering the inquest? Vark, you traitorous dog, you.
Why did you do it, Vark? Paul and I trusted you. Instead of as just another inquest stooge, you could have been remembered as a groundbreaking genius.
Don't be naive. A seat on the council gives me 10 times the prestige, 10 times the power.
Unlimited power!
With best support, I'll be Ratassoon's preeminent genius. Why would I share that with low-level flunkies like you?
Because we earned it. Don't get too comfortable in that council seat. Zoja can tie you to her kidnapping. And Paul's.
Paul's murder, you mean? By now, they've already fed him into an incinerator golem. And when I'm done with you, you'll wish you were him.
My former mentor, ladies and gentlemen.
No one will ever know. The inquest will cover my tracks and make you look like the sellout. And you won't object, because you'll be as dead as poor old Paul. I'll be living it up for years as Counselor Vark, with exclusive rights to the Snap Prize Savant title, while you're moldering in your graves.
Actually, an above average nice guy for an Asura. There we go. I've used an emote, and I've teabagged him. I'm normally not one for teabagging, but he's betrayer and kind of a not nice guy, even for an Asura. Hi, Zoja. How you doing? Too bad about Paul. On the other hand, that does leave me as the only possible winner for the SNAF Savant Prize title. Thank you. I'll take that.
Good. I hope they know all of his achievements and strike his name from the roster of geniuses.
They'll probably just sweep it under the rug like usual. Anything that makes the council look bad gets buried in paperwork and bureaucracy. But Vark got his, and that's something. Now we need to deal with the inquest and recover your teleporter gun.
Nothing would please me more. Do you know where it is?
At Reyna Landing. Meet me there, and Teo will pay for ambushing our ambush. I see explosions and dead inquests in our future.
Doodly doopy doop doop. One more to go. How about a brand new longsword? Great sword. Potato, potato. Pants I can't wear. A chest that is not as good as what I'm currently wearing. And a great sword that is better than the brand new one I just got. It's even betterer. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Put those away, put that away. Exit. Level up. Because I'm cool. And we're back out, and then we're off to murder Teo. Not actually even murder. We're out to rescue a bunch of people from Teo, and she's going to resist arrest. Works in real life. We'll tell her to stop resisting.
What is this? Who let the inquest into Reyna Landing? And why are they throwing a party?
Teo and her crew are showing off the invention they stole from you. And the inquest never does anything this public without at least 3 ulterior motives.
Then we have ample reason to interrupt them. And we're replete with reasons to kick Teo down a flight of stairs.
2 excellent ideas, but so hard to choose. I know. Let's do them both.
Now that's genius thinking. This one's for Paul.
Who I let die.
Welcome. Prepare to be astonished by the one and only original astrospatial displacement zapper. Just press a button, and your target is whisked away to any destination you choose. No receiving gate required. Here, have an up-close and personal demonstration.
Your cat smells worse than fertilizer called exhaust potato. It's a trap, you ignoramuses.
What's cooking, genius? Ha! Don't get used to being called that, by the way. I was being ironic. Prepare to see the end. Behold, our first large-scale demonstration.
6 feet tall!
Isn't my turret simply brilliant? Ah, don't get jealous now.
This is not far enough, potato. We're taking you down. Focus on the turrets, but you won't feel the damage has.
Alright, the turret sense, right? Is there anything we hate more than crowd control? Not a great many things. That's my doorbell. I will check it in a minute. But I'm in the middle of something. And there's nothing that's going to be there that can't wait. It's probably a delivery of something I've ordered. Oh, God. Right as I was about to finish her off. This fight is so annoying. Where is she now? Over there. Nope, I tried to shortcut it. Where is she now? Back up there. And now over there. Oh my God. Hate it so much.
For the record, you've been strong.
This fight is just...
Potato's turret is dead. I wonder how tough she is when she can't run.
I'm nigh invincible.
When magic comes to surely fail.
There we go.
Old-fashioned physical violence.
Finally.
Potato's been a mite in my ear for a long time. Thanks for helping me take her down. Sorry about your invention, though, and your friend Paul.
It wasn't my invention. It was the inquest's abuse of my invention. I'm glad to see it go. Time to move on to other projects.
Time to move on to other
Although,
projects.
what about the people Teo zapped out of here? Where did they end up? They might need our help.
Leave that to Mr. Sparkles and me. We'll locate Taylor's
And?
victims, hunt a few inquests around, make a day of it.
That sounds like fun. Color me jealous.
Or slate gray with a touch of green, because that's kind of what it looks like.
Synergetics alumni should stick together.
Count on it, Savant. I don't say this to everybody. Well, not anybody really. But I would love to work with you again.
She digs me.
That makes 2 of us. Hang on a second.
Well, who else is going to get
Did
it?
you just call me
Vark's
Savant?
dead. Paul's dead.
I sure did. Paul's dead, and Bark is either in custody by now or on the run.
We killed him.
Besides,
I killed him.
you earned it. I'll tell the council to make it official. It's been fun, Savant. Keep up the good work. I'll be seeing you soon.
And... key. So, we'll open the key, and then I'll swap over to my first character, and we'll open our box o' goodies. Although we already opened the box, we'll open the choosey boxes, and we'll choose our goodies from our choosey boxes after we open the Black Lion chest that we have so laboriously, not really, earned a key for. First of all, let us deconstruct the deconstructibles. Actually, move that there, and that there, and that there, because God, I'm weird about my organizational stuff. All right, that appears. That goes away. That also goes away. Good. We sell all of the rest of the stuff that is sellable that's in our inventory. We go to the bank. We grab a Black Lion chest. And this is what we will get. We are guaranteed a Black Lion statuette and a mini orange tigress cub. We have a shot at, this is new, exclusive, the militia leggings. Very flattering. And the returning exclusive that I have no interest in, so this is probably what I'll get. The dancing platform, which a lot of people want a lot, but not me. We will get 2 commons. Good ones in here are always the unlocks. No guarantee you get a good outcome, but it's always fun. The die kits, I think I've got all of the dies that these can give me already. The crafting bags are full of crafting materials I can use. I hope to get more legendaries. There are some things in here that I have no need for. I've got like 1,500 transmutation charges. I've got 300 revive orbs spread around. Teleport to friend, don't need. So it's a mixed bag. A 10% chance we get an uncommon or better. The collapsing star set is actually a pretty nice looking set. I do tend to enjoy the more cosmetical, let's say, ones. So that's cool looking. The white tigers I have several of. It's a nice set, but it's more a thematic set as opposed to just a cool looking one. So for instance, if they ever let us dual wield foci and use them as melee weapons, I could certainly see a use for this. It is a focus. Offhand focus. And then the super rares, which of course I'll never get. When I click open, we'll get a Black Lion statuette. We will get a mini orange tigress cub. We'll get a common. And what we're hoping for, a 10% chance, is to get a box that appears here. And that would be an uncommon or better. 1 in 10. Here we go. No joy there. But we did get an unlock. Unlocks are always fun. Let's see. I already have this one. So I'm going to send this along to a friend who may not. Who would really like it. That's my one of my guildies. Also, you can get multiple copies of them and upgrade them to get different colors of tigresses. Back to the bank we go. We deposit the primer and the Black Lion statuette. And this is an armor unlock. As you can tell, there are an awful lot of armors I don't have unlocked. It can only unlock ones you don't have. It cannot unlock any legendary armors, but it does also unlock backpack items. Some of these will be cool. Some of them will be very, very uncool. It's a complete crapshoot. Let's find out. Ascalonian sentry boots, not wearable by my profession. These are, I believe, a human cultural. Oh, no, one of the dungeons. It's from one of the dungeon sets, the Ascalonian set. That's not a win for me, really. That wasn't a cool one. It was one I could have bought for a small amount of dungeon currency. But we're now going to swap. Lens the Skeevy will get deleted at a later date. And we're going back to the one original classic lens. Currently a little bit overdressed, granted. As he is holding on to the goodie baskets. I promise he's holding on to the goodie baskets. I also should check and see if we'll sell these. If there is a new item in for the Black Lion goodies. I don't think so. Looks like, no, it's still like the painter set. You might describe it as a Expedition 33 inspired set, painterly. So these are what I have. I have a Black Lion weapons voucher, a Black Lion outfit voucher, and a Black Lion cape voucher, and 5 guaranteed unlocks. The outfit one is disappointing to me. There are only a few new outfits that are available. So I've gotten most of the ones out of the older one collection I have. Now, here's my issue with it. In the past, if you chose a set, say the maid set, the maid was a set with the butler. So you could choose a male or female attire, and you could wear it on either. So the Rose Masquerade is clearly designed for females, but can be worn by males. The Eternal Tide's gown, designed for females, but can be worn by men. There should be male equivalent of these, wearable by either. That's the precedent they had previously set. Oh, look, another one. The Igneous and Frozen are either not gender designed around, or they are and you just can't see. But those are the only new ones, because I've already unlocked the Abyss Hunter. And these are, I'm not sure if they're in order of release, but they are, I think these are the new ones, and the new ones will go in alphabetically the next time another batch comes in. Which means that there are none of these that I am particularly much interested in. There were a few that I'm almost interested in, like this one. But it has a feature that I absolutely hate. ArenaNet has one of their designers for outfits and stuff who loves toe knives. His shoes have knives. His knees have knives. His shoulder has knives. Somebody in their art department is fixated on knives. I mean, especially the toe knives. The toe knives show up pretty much everywhere, and I can't stand them. See, but here's the Alonian. This is the male version, but you'll see here that you've got a little picture of 2, male and a female outfit. I don't know if they can be worn separately or cross gender-wise. I'd kind of doubt it, because that boob strap might not work well on a female if they just moved it across. So there was one thing I was looking at here that I was probably going to take. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I don't like the helm on that one. It's a bit much. Which one was it? Now I can't remember. I have like a half a dozen of them, maybe a few more. No, not that one. No, might have been the exosuit. Right now I'm leaning exosuit. I'm not overly enthused about any of them, actually. I've already got that one. The Arcane? Was it the Arcane outfit? Might have been the Arcane. I think it was the Arcane. Because this one can sort of be worn by just about any class. You could make it magey, you could make it leathery. I guess you couldn't make it really heavy armor, but we are going to go with that one. We're going to go with the Arcane outfit. For the outfit, Arcane. Next up, the capes. It wasn't that huge on the capes either. I have a few of them already. These are going to show up in the dies I currently have assigned on my current cape. That one doesn't look very interesting to me. The rose-themed one, not really. Magical cape. I would rather the entire magical set had never been added to the game. Whoops, shouldn't say that out loud. The delicate lace. The trapper's fur. Winter Monarch. Wandering Weapon Master, I was giving a good thought to, but I thought I liked the Celestial. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Celestial Ministry Cape, I think. That was the one I had decided on. You see, I want to add it, but it wants me to replace. I can always go with this. Sure, save it on 2. There we go. We should still have, yeah. Okay, good. Next up is the weapons. Again, new ones. The Comet Hammer is the previous one that I had gotten, the most recent, I think. So the Stellar Collar, I think, is okay. Not a lot of use for Warhorn, generally speaking, in the characters I play anyway. The Magmatic Torch isn't bad. Sort of a hand-claw action. Not bad. The Etched Porcelain Greatsword. I have a lot of greatswords, and this one doesn't even come anywhere close to matching up to a bunch of them I have. The Exo Sword is okay. Not that exciting. The Solar Flare Rifle is way over the top, and I have to admit I do like way over the top. The Infernal Envoy Staff, also way over the top. The Dark Tyrant Sword, nice, not my vibe. The Soulfire Lantern is the one I am thinking I'm probably going to take. I am a big unfan of the anime aesthetic of that one. The Umbrella Sword doesn't look like a sword. Looks like an umbrella until you draw it. I'll show you. It's stowed. It looks like that at his side. And then when he draws it, shing! The fan shield. Nice animation on that one. Very nice. Really nice. I already have the Wisteria Spear. I believe that was one of the bonuses I got for Visions of Eternity. Water Dragon Spear isn't bad. I'm amused by the No Thorium Hammer Mace, or Hammer Mace skin. No Thorium in that it looks exactly like Thor's hammer from, well, with some slight, legally distinct version of Thor's hammer. And the Diabolic Pitchfork. Another spear skin would be welcome, for sure. So I think it's between the Soulfire Lantern, which I really like, and the Diabolic Pitchfork. I think I'm going to go with the Lantern, the Soulfire Lantern. It's up at the top. Was it not Soulfire? At the bottom? It must be back towards the bottom because it's late. Okay, there we are. Soulfire Lantern skin. We'll accept that and take that. I cannot use that item. Well, it's got to go in the bank then because I don't have any additional space in my inventory because I haven't, my shared inventory I haven't done anything with lately other than stuff into it. It's unlocked. Yeah. Ooh, I got this one in when we beat Doom a week ago yesterday. Or you could show it to me when I click preview. There we are. Totally not entirely over the top. Really, the preview screen needs to be fixed. ArenaNet, come on. Seriously, this is bad. Why is it not resizable? Anyway, that's Doom's scythe, and I got that last week as a drop. So this leaves us with 5 guaranteed die unlocks. So which dies can it unlock? Well, like I said, I spent like 200 or 300 gold, no small amount, buying all the cheap ones so that I only have these ones left. I think the cheapest any of these is like 60 or 70 gold. And there are some really cool ones in here. And we're going to unlock them right about now. The first one is Anguish. That's Anguish. As you can tell, it's very purplish. That's purple. That's a purpley purple. And Anguish, if you wanted to buy it, 98 gold. Let's call it 100. Let's round it off. Because I got the 5 unlocks, and I had said to myself, because that's how I talk to myself, buy all the cheap ones. That is several years of saving since I made my last legendaries. If I was to make a couple more legendaries, I need gifts. That would very rapidly go down by about 800 a pop. I get gold by playing a lot. Also, I can show you in a minute, my home instance has a lot of stuff, and if you get that every day, if you log into your home instance and you have things there. Also, for a long time, now we have the Wizard's Vault, where all you get for logging in every day, you get 5 points, right? It used to be there was a list of 30 things you got, or 28 things that you got. I guess it was 28 that you got when you logged in, one each day, and it didn't rewind. And I did that for years. I logged in every single day, and that added up over time. Playing a lot. Also, certain activities are really profitable. Things like the Auric Basin meta event is a real good moneymaker. My understanding is high-tier fractals are good moneymakers. If you do a Google around to find, they can actually will point you at activities that are really good for making money. And I have over 5,000 hours in the game, so I have just played a lot. And I'm really cheap. I mean really cheap. It took a lot for me to pry myself off my dead ass and spend the 200 or 300 gold to get, so these would be worth 60 to 150 each. In the short term, the Wizard's Vault is the best answer for a new player or a player who needs more gold. If you do your weeklies every week, you do that required, 6 weeklies? That gives you 750 points every week without ignoring dailies. And you make sure that you buy things like Mystic Coins. You can turn 540 points into 60 Mystic Coins. Last time I looked, they were at 2 gold, 15 silver each. That's 120 gold, like that. These 800 points will get you 100 gold. So that's 1,300 points, which is about the cap. And right there, you have made 220 gold, something like that. If you did that for a year, you would be looking at 2,500 gold. I have 3,800. If you did that for just these for a year, is about 2,500 gold. Just do it every month. Laurels can be turned into money. You can buy bags of crafting mats and sell those, depending on which crafting mats are the most valuable. You can make good money doing that. So those are the kinds of things you have to do, but you want to do them regularly. That's how you can get gold regularly. The Wizard's Vault is not as brainless as the old system used to be. Logging in once a day in the old system and you would get all kinds of stuff. over time. Now you have to actually play the game. That is Fat Body resubscribing again. 76 months. Fat Body, thank you, as always. I love you, man. Thank you again, as always. So that's the best way to get gold, really, and also to get Ascended gear, is to do your weeklies, your dailies when you can, spend wisely. There are some noob traps in here, but the Mystic Coins, the gold, the laurels, and then items with the Ascended stuff for your characters, those are always going to be winners. Next up, my next die on my die journey. Let's other. Did I not click other? I moved it. All right, fine. Other dies. Prices. These are the current most expensive ones. I can't get these because that's the latest die pack has these. So that's why these are so expensive. But I can get... Ooh, Abyssal Flame. I wanted that one because Abyssal Flame is 128 gold. And if you want to see Abyssal Flame, well, I can show you that. That's the chest piece. And if you look, you can see the highlighting on the chest piece. You see, most dies have 4 die sub-channels. So if when you die a piece, Abyssal Flame die, most pieces actually have 4 little different die channels. And so a lot of these dies will make certain details pop that you won't see on other dies. And so if you can see like right there, those little sharp details, that's what shows up with some dies. I was talking about gold farming. Yeah, that the best way is to play, and in the short term at least, the best way to play is to aim your stuff at getting your weeklies done so that you can most importantly buy things, Mystic Coins, gold, laurels, and then for play purposes, the Ascendeds are always great uses of your Wizard's Vault points. Also, I recently spent a bunch of gold to buy up most of the dies I didn't already have. And now I'm opening 5 die unlocks, and I just got Abyssal Flame. And I have 3 more to go. Yay! Next one. Abyssal Rose. Well, how about we take a look at Abyssal Rose then? Abyssal Rose. Rosebud. Where's Abyssal Rose? Must be down lower. Oh my god. Abyssal Depths. Where's Abyssal Rose? Abyssal Rose. Only 68 gold. So, not as valuable as the others. But again, you can see these purple details right in there. That's the die channel. The purple details popping there. That's the die sub-channels. These Abyssal dies are really good. On some things all you'll see is black. But on the more detailed things, you'll have these sort of die sub-channels that will pop. That's what I'm looking for. That's why I really like certain dies so much. I use darkness a lot, and I use the emblazoned. Sorry, the enameled. Enameled and blazed in particular, but the enameled dies have really good die sub-channels. I've got 2 left, guys. Here we go. Another Abyssal. What a shame. Not really a shame. Those are the ones I really wanted. Abyssal Sun. Abyssal Sun. Is that one of the less expensive of these? Probably. That's fine. It's Abyssal. Depths. Abyssal. There it is. Abyssal Sun. Only 64 gold. And this is the yellow one. And here you can see, again, it's the die sub-channels that make it pop. And you can see, again, sort of the filigree work right in there. We've got 1 left. What have we made? Gotten 250 worth through our four dies so far. But again, that was because I bought most of the dies that you can buy that I didn't already have. One to go. We got 4 abyssals. The abyssals were what I was hoping for. So that was the Abyssal Twilight, which I think is purple, and that is 105 gold. And there you can see again, it really pops. It's a black, but one of the dye subchannels really pops. I am very happy with those. You can see what I have now in the way of dyes. Again, this is over the years, I spent a good amount of money on keys. Every time there was a new Black Lion chest, I would buy 25 keys to support the game. I stopped doing that, I think, after Soto. Maybe after, I think after Soto. And so the reason I have so many dies is because I've been buying them for years. So you can see these are the 5 I just got. We got Anguish and 4 of the 6. No, the last missing 4 of the Abyssals. No, okay. I didn't get Abyssal Depths, the blue, or Abyssal Ridge, which is sort of a golden brown. And I didn't get Prismatic, or Gloom, or Predation, or Torment. And these, Lemon Sherbet is one of the birthday dies. The last of those I don't have. Yeah, a good haul. And these are the last die pack that was released. These 6 there. So as of right now, 4, 8, 13 dies in the game that I don't have. And I bought about 2 dozen dies for about, I'm going to say about 300 gold. Basically anything that was around 20 gold or less, the ones I was already missing, I bought. Because I wanted to make the 5 unlocks count, and I did. To get 4 of the Abyssals out was great, because they are, I think, were 11 or 12. So it was about 50-50. Never really died with Black Lion keys. Your luck is awful. Ecto gambling's been your bane as well. I've managed to avoid the ecto gambling. The only gambling I've done in game was for Mystic Clovers. There's 2 recipes for Mystic Clovers, and they both have the same percentage to hit. It's a small percentage, let's say 10%. I don't remember. But you can either do them 1 at a time or like do them 10 at a time. And I went with like the 10 at a time option and got lucky, and it didn't cost me any extra, but it's really easy when you're doing that to hit a bad streak and go through a whole bunch and not hit any. Until the 100 use vendor. Yee, yee, yee. Yeah, I have managed to avoid the ecto gambling. The boxes, a lot of these dies and stuff, and a lot of the skins I unlocked were because I have done key farms. I have probably done between 150 and 200 key farms. There were, I don't know, 3 years, something like 3 years, where I did it basically every Monday. How many times Fat Body has been subscribing to me for 6 years and 4 months? He just subbed again. Thank you, Fat Body. How many times, how many Mondays, Fat Body, have you seen me doing a key farm? Only thing I got out of ecto gaming is regret and a very expensive portable merchant. That is my understanding. The merchant is nice, not worth the price. So, I mean, I have a lot of cool skins unlocked, but if you saw earlier, the armor unlock, I had key farm every week for literal years. 3 years, 4 years? I don't know. I had a guaranteed armor unlock, and you could see that was, I don't know, 500, 800 pieces of armor I don't have. But the dies, well, that one's a lot easier because you frequently get the die unlocks, or you get a random die kit. And so over time, I filled out the dies. I probably had it to about here until like 2 days ago when I bought like 2 dozen. And I bought them so that I could get lucky and hit 4 of the Abyssals. I'm very, very happy with that. So what did I get out of that? About 350 gold worth of dies. So that was definitely worth it for me. Again, I am an end game long time player. That's not the sort of goal any new player should realistically set for themselves. Over time, hundreds of keys, a lot of stuff has fallen in place. For years, I did key farms, so the result is I can have a very cool looking character and publicly display my lack of good taste. I mean, come on, look. Parts of that aren't bad, but realistically, that's not a look. We started, there were half as many dies, less. This was the starters, the commons, uncommons, and rares. Okay, yeah, about half as many. You're right. And then the exclusives came in later. I got, what is it? I got Celestial in like the first week of the game. I wanted to sell it, but the auction house wasn't working yet. So I opened it. I have no permanent contracts. None. I've got none of the super rares. And the minis, yep. I've never gotten a super rare, despite opening. As far as the number of boxes I've opened, I'm going to say probably because I was buying 25 every time a new box came out for a few years there. I'm going to say I've probably opened at least 500, maybe as many as like 800. Buy a bank, the best thing you ever got. You see, for me, whether it's smart or not, if I had that much, because what is the bank currently going for? I hate to think. 6,000? 5,500 gold, yeah.
Hello. Hello there.
I mean, it would also be a better buy, I think, if my bank was less full of crap. I need to go through it. For instance, all these are all of the cloaks that were unlocked in Soto on the second map, I think, of Soto, are all the banners of the various bastions. And most of these are never going to get worn. They're all unlocked. But like, I want to keep the Celestial one because the Celestial is going to be good for one of my characters. Yeah. So I need to clean this up, but that requires work. And when it comes to work, ooh. So, I think I'm going to call it here for the evening. I want to thank you guys. We're all good luck tonight on those die pulls. Thank you. Really pleased to get 4 out of the 5 abyssals. Those make a lot. The various abyssal colors frequently make. Thank you, Nero. I have a spiel for this. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Don't clean it, just increase its size. Fat body, I've been living by that advice for too many years. I probably will continue to live by that advice. But I'm going to call it here. I should be back tomorrow, usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Last night, I was part of a raid, my 3rd raid, I guess, 3rd or 4th. Wing 6. We got the Amalgamate and the Twin Largos down, and then I had to bail, and they tried then on, I think it's Kadim, and did not finish him off. But we got Doom the week before, and the week before that, we got, I think, 3 of them in Wing 3? I'm not sure. Wing 4? Wing 4. Yeah, I'm just getting into raids. For me, it's a mixed bag. When it's good, it's fun. When it's not, it reminds me of why I stopped raiding in WoW. I was vanilla raider in WoW. And after a while, I got tired. I burned out on it. I got tired of it. We were doing it 2 days, only I think 2 days a week, 2 or 3 days a week. And I still got tired of it. So I don't know how long I'm going to stick with it. I hope to. I would like to make more legendary armor. I currently have 3 pieces of legendary. You can see them on my gloves, my chest, and my pants. Those are the open world legendary chest and pants. And then the gloves were from the quick play fractal event. By the way, for those of you not aware of it, you can get a pair of legendary gloves by doing quick play fractals. Might take a couple of weeks, but a pair of legendary gloves. Unless you have a static putting a reg. Yeah, this is a static. I was with a number, since you were browsing around at streamers, I was with Malcolmus TV and Engelbert Meow. Ian rated the first week with us, and I think she'll be back. Praying Mantid, Jukebox. They had Hellmasker with them the other day. I wasn't around for that part of it. So, yeah, some actual known people. I'm playing with cool people. Please don't tell them how lame I am, please. So I'm doing it mostly because the people I'm playing with are fun. I'm not that interested in raiding. I am somewhat interested in raiding, but I'm not that interested in raiding. I am having fun with the players, and that's why I'm doing it. If I stop having fun with the players, unlikely, I'll stop raiding. But it's a semi-static at least. So I'll be back tomorrow, probably with more of the demos from the Steam Next Fest. I think the fest is over. I still have like 4 or 5 games I need to play, demos. So that will probably be what I'm doing tomorrow. Again, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Again, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. Hopefully, you will see me soon. I hope the rest of your Monday night, or possibly Tuesday morning, goes great. And as always, I like to set an achievable goal on Sundays and Mondays around here. I hope the rest of your week doesn't suck. I'm back tomorrow. Take care, and ciao for now. Bye, guys.